how do you experience God? What do you know about God? Do you use that word?
I use that word it's like when I look at a tree, the word's God, the sky, another human being. I look in the mirror. There's nothing that it isn't. So
Yeah.
it's a state of mind, and it's nameless. And I'm certainly not opposed to using the word God. Someone told me that God, G-O-D, meant good old dude. So,
That works for you.
well, it's something I can go with. But everything, nothing that it isn't. And I've come to see, in something I say a lot, it's a friendly universe. And I would question anything in my world that I'm not okay with. Yeah. Like if someone slams me with judgments that the world would see as unkind, it's simply something for me to contemplate. Mm. Are they right? Have I looked that deeply into myself? It doesn't mean they are, but I want to know. And if they're not, where's my compassion? Yeah. Where's my compassion for someone that would unkindly point the finger at another human being for any reason?
That is the vision that I hold for my community, is that we do the work so that we can stand in the face of persecution and simply be that conscious.
And see that it's not persecution. That's a frightened human being that would come at me with a judgment that is less than connecting, kind. And so it's my job to connect with people in those states of mind. I understand how painful those states of mind are. Yeah. I know what it is to live in judgment. And that was the cause of my depression, the judgments that I was thinking and believing about my family members, the world.
What would you say to someone in the community who's suffering from the trauma from years ago, being thrown out by their parents or being beaten up on the street for being who they are? Let's say that was like 30 years ago where they suffered a real trauma, and yet it's still.
Oh, I would just so sit in that trauma and be in the situation, get in the situation where I was being thrown out. And I would identify what I was thinking and believing in that situation. And I would move those thoughts from my head to paper on a judge or neighbor worksheet.
Yes.
And then I would question those judgments that I was thinking and believing in that situation when I was being thrown out. I would use those 4 questions and try on those turnarounds. And that can sound like very strange to someone that isn't familiar with the work, but it's always free on thework.com. Yes. And if it were not simple, I certainly wouldn't be able to share it with you today.
Yeah. And we will be sharing this Judge Your Neighbor worksheets with everyone. You will be receiving.
It's not what people say and do in the world to me. It's what I'm thinking and believing about the people in the world that say those things and do those things to me. And that's not ever going to change. And that is a very powerful position, because it means I don't need the world to set me free.
Yes.
I need me to set me free, and I need me to set the world free.
I love that so much. That is so true. And you say it from your soul. I love when you say
it. No one can give me that. Yeah. No one can give me that. And I don't call it the work for nothing. It takes stillness. It is it's a practice of sitting in oneself. Yeah. And it takes courage. Big time.
Yeah. But I know from knowing people who've done the work, many, many people, and from listening to you over the years, that the shift comes quickly. It's not, the work doesn't leave us waiting long if we do it from intention.
Yes. And our minds, our egos will offer up the next thing we need to work. And there's no pain in the world that isn't just unfinished business inside of me. I am the cause of my suffering, what I'm thinking and believing, and I can question what I'm thinking and believing and set me free to love in this world without condition. When I'm fearful, it's what I'm thinking and believing that is the cause of my fear, not the person, not the people.
Well, that's the key, because if I'm waiting for the world to change, I'm really playing the victim. I'm disempowered. I'm completely disempowered.
And I'm lost too. How would people say, if the truth that sets us free? What truth? What truth? And what I love about this work is those 4 questions bring up truths that blow our minds and therefore our identities, and we come out as kinder human beings.
I personally filled out a couple worksheets this morning because I thought it would be wonderful. There's people watching this conference now while we're together. And I thought, I was hoping you could walk me through a worksheet in service to helping other people see that. And then they're going to do their own worksheet also.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Good.
that?
I'm in. Uh-huh.
So I've got 2 of them I did. I did judging myself because I'm afraid to be me. And I wrote one on judging homophobic people.
Okay, let's do homophobic people, because when you judge yourself, the ego loves that. It can take control of a worksheet that when you judge yourself. I'm not saying don't do it. It's just that to judge other people is all about me, because those are my thoughts I'm thinking about them.
Yeah.
So we're doing a roundabout on the ego, and giving it a little more room, not to give us a little more space, give itself a little more space.
Yeah.
So I am what with homophobic people, because what is the emotion? I am
angry with homophobic people because they judge and hate the community. They think we're disgusting and wrong. They're afraid of us.
Okay. So I do one belief at a time.
Okay.
So let's see, I'm angry with homophobic people because they judge and hate the community.
Yes.
So homophobic, let's find someone in your mind's eye, a situation where there's someone there, they're homophobic, and they are hating, in your opinion, they are hating the community.
Yes. Yes, I've got that.
Specifically LGBTQIA community.
Yes.
So you have that in your mind's eye?
I do.
Okay, what is the situation? So we can all anchor there and do this with you.
It is a church outside Kansas City. I don't remember. It begins with W, Wellsboro Church or something. I don't know, but their very mission is to protest the LGBT people, and they think we are abominations to God.
Okay.
See them picking.
Okay, and so you see the people. Is it one person, 3 people? Who is it?
It's about 10 to 15 people.
And where are they standing or sitting, and where are you?
They're standing holding signs of hate across the street from a gay church.
Okay, and you're standing over there at the gay church witnessing those people and the signs and the remarks and all of that.
Yes.
Okay. So those people hate the community. We'll just say community.
Yes.
Is it true? Now, get really still, be there now. That's why it's so important to anchor. Look at their faces. Hear their words. Close your eyes. Look at the scene again as though you were there now.
Mm-hmm.
They hate the community. This is such personal work.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, they hate them, and I invite all of you in this. We all have our own answer. They
Yeah.
hate the community. Is it true?
I would say yes.
Okay, so the answer is one syllable. No guessing,
Mm.
because this is you with you. It is, oh, there's nothing more personal. You with you. They hate the community.
Yes.
Again, be sure, can you absolutely know that it's true? They hate the community. And
Yes.
this is just a chance to check it out. And yes, it's always equal to no.
Mm.
And no is equal to yes, because we're looking for our individual truth. So yes, now you're there, be there now, and witness and experience how you react when you believe the thought, they hate the community.
I feel scared. I'm angry. Very angry. I feel ashamed. I feel really mad. I feel really mad at them.
Okay, now emotionally, where do you experience those feelings, your emotions? See where like the epicenter is, like where it's the most powerful on your body, in your body.
In my stomach.
Okay. Now notice how far that emotion travels. Feel anything in your neck, your shoulders, was your face tense? And in your stomach, how far down does it go? Does it go just to your hips, to your knees, to your toes? Get in touch with the emotions. Emotions have a right to life.
Mm.
They are the temple bell that wakes us up to, what am I thinking and believing when I am feeling this way? Allow them to be. Notice how powerful. Now notice the images of past, future that were going on in your mind's eye, of past, future. When you think the thought, they hate the community.
Mm.
The ego cannot cause those kinds of emotions if they don't have the images to match the words you're thinking. They hate the community or the words. Now you've got to have images or the ego can't play you. Past, future, what was going on in that situation in your mind's eye? And you think the thought, they hate the community.
I just see them screaming and yelling and spitting and condemning us.
You see those images of the past
Yes.
in that situation.
Yes.
And then you see images of the future because they've done more than that to people in the community.
Yes.
They've done some really wild atrocities.
Yes.
You see what was going on, the past, all that past in your mind's eye, you see it, and the future where they're going to do worse. And are you safe where you're even standing?
No. Doesn't feel safe.
No. It can't feel safe. Look at the images of the future, that they could come across the street. More people could join them.
Yeah.
And they could take your names and come after you later. Ego at play. As you stand there, who would you be? This is the fourth question. Who would you be in that situation without the thought they hate the community? Now, this is the place where compassion can live if you get really still, drop those images of past, future, be there now in that situation and look more closely at those people. Hear their words. Look at their faces without the thought they hate the community. Who would you be without the thought they hate the community? Just in that situation.
Well, I see them afraid. I see them very afraid. I see them, I would have compassion, as you mentioned earlier. I feel.
So don't wait, experience it, be there now.
Okay.
Without the thought they hate the community. Yeah, they say so. Yeah, they're holding signs. Look more deeply at your fellow man.
Mm. Yeah, I feel compassion for them. They're very trapped in fear and hatred. They're trapped in the energy of hatred.
Yeah, they're believers.
Yeah, yeah.
They're believers. That's not right or wrong. I just look to myself and what am I thinking, believing about other people when I'm fearful? Because other people can't cause my fear. What I'm thinking and believing about those people, my ego at work, past, future, coupled with what I'm thinking, the words. It's like that's how the world is created, the false world by the ego, the words onto images in our head, and you've got identity in you. They hate the community. They hate our community. Turn it around. I hate.
Turn around. I hate them.
I hate their community.
I hate their community.
So now feel that. Your hate is the cause of your fear and suffering, not those people. If you can't end hate, don't expect hate to end in the world. You have to lead the way, or you cannot say they shouldn't hate.
Right.
The community, they hate my community. I hate their community. Look how trapped you are. Now look at them.
Yeah.
With compassion, they're trapped. Some of them are a part of your community, for all you know. Terrified. Some of them maybe have a brother or a sister in the closet. Mm-hmm. Family secret. They're terrified. They hate my community. This is a stretch. Look at them closely, just as you saw them, with the signs, with their words. I love their community. And if we're just trying it on, it doesn't mean we do. We're just trying on. These are turnarounds. We don't take them on as something else to believe. This is a meditative process. I love their community. That specific, those people across the street.
I love their community.
And consider what they're thinking and believing. They are innocent. They're just like you. They're believers.
Yeah.
And you are waking up to the cause of your suffering.
Mm.
And as you do that, you can understand the cause of our, what we call hate.
I certainly know that when I said I love their community, it certainly feels a lot lighter.
Well, look at them. They're children.
Yes.
They're fearful. They're terrified,
Yeah.
for all you know.
Yeah.
Anyone that would shout and hold signs toward, those are lost souls.
Yes. That was very deep and beautiful. And I didn't expect to land on that final turnaround option. That is the invitation to all of my community to heal.
Love is the power.
Yes. Yes.
Love is the power. But how do we do that? Self-realization, love realization. That love inside of us that only we can wake up to. And people holding signs and yelling words that are frightening, they're here to wake me up. This is Earth School. They're here to wake me up.
Yeah.
So who are they? You know, who are they? I am devoted to those people that call me out. They're my teacher. I'm not fooled. That too is God.
And for you, that is absolutely everyone, to the smallest offense, to the one screaming across the street with a gun in their hand.
And the ones in my head at night
Yes.
and day, driving the car, on the bus, doing my walk, eating my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, anything that comes to my mind, any apparent human being that comes to my mind that moves my position from sane to fearful.
Yeah.
That's my worksheet.
I thank you so much for that experience. I know that this sharing that we just had is really a healing for so many that are watching and participating.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank you so much for your time here. People to keep in touch and to learn more and to grow with Katie, please be sure to go to thework.com. She currently also has a special Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. You're doing at home with bk.com. What a wonderful offering that you're doing.
Oh, I love that 1 hour so much. You never know what's going to pop up, just like our time together today.
Yeah. You just show up and let it go, huh?
We just, whatever shows up, it's all up to those questions.
Yeah. Well, Byron Katie, thank you. Thank you for answering your call. Thank you for waking up. Thank you for bringing this amazing work to the world and to us today. We are so blessed, and I'm so grateful.
Oh, thank you. And again, it's such a privilege to serve this beautiful, courageous community.